section 11.7. Now we have a circle and its circumference, okay? So quick definition of a circle is simply all points that are the same distance from a point called the center. Okay, so we're going to just put our circle here so we can kind of talk about it. So we're going to say O right here is the center of the circle. And we're going to say it's circle O, or you can say circle O. Okay, you name it by its center. All right, then some definitions about parts of a circle. You have a chord, and you have a diameter and a radius, okay? So starting with a chord. So a chord is a segment with endpoints on the circle. So we can say here that BC is a chord. Okay, then we have a diameter, and a diameter is a chord, meaning both endpoints are on the circle, but it passes through the center. Okay, so let's do like this, and we'll say that AD is a diameter. It's also a chord, but it is a very specific chord because it passes through the center of the circle. Okay, and then we have a radius. And a radius is a segment that goes from the center to a point on the circle. So from the center is O, out here to E. So we would say OE is a radius, okay? So if we look at the relationship between a diameter and a radius, we can say that diameter is twice the radius, or we can say the radius is half a diameter, right? Because here's a diameter, so center to a point is the radius. So diameter is twice the radius, okay? All right, with a circle, we can have its circumference. And that's a fancy word for saying it's the distance around the circle. So if you were to start at point A and walk all the way around and come back to point A, you'd be walking the circumference of the circle. And you can find the circumference of any circle using pi, okay? So the ratio of the circumference to the diameter is equal to this number pi. So we would say that the circumference is pi times the diameter, or if you wanted to use the radius, we could say the circumference is 2 pi times the radius. Okay, so that finds the distance around your circle, the circumference. All right, so if we have a diameter of 3.5 meters, then our circumference is pi times 3.5 meters, and we're going to use pi as about 3.14. So we would do 3.14 times 3.5. And we're going to get the circumference of this circle is 10.99 meters. And it's just singular units. Okay, so whatever the diameter is measured in, that's the units of the circumference. All right, then if I have a radius of 4.7 meters, the circumference is 2 times pi times the radius, because the diameter is twice the radius. So this is going to be 2 times 3.14 times 4.7. And the circumference then is 29.516 meters, using our radius instead of our diameter. Okay, and that is the distance around your circle. And that is 11.7.